Happy Sunday, fun day. Look who's here. It's me, Chris Farah. This is my channel. Welcome to it. It's Sunday night. What does that mean? That means on the West Coast, it's 10:30, and I'm a little late. And I just got done watching 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. Honey, this is season 3. It's episode 11. We are nearing the end. And tonight, what a treat. Because during the broadcast, we also got commercials where they introduced the new cast members of the new season of 90 Day Fiance that's premiering. Gosh, did it say November 6th? Maybe we'll go back. And I know it's a Sunday night. So maybe it's November 3rd. It's what I probably. I'll get to you guys with this. It's either November 3rd or 10th, I think. I think it was the 3rd. Yeah, Sakura. Yes, honey, Ty, yes. You're here for the live case here. You guys, I have so much to talk about. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're here to know. This is how it's going to go. I'm going to go through this episode, of course, like I always do. I'm not going to be able to pay too much attention to comments because I'm going to be cognizant that some people watch this later on in life, and it's a goddamn nightmare to do that. It's horrifying to watch a live sometimes. I get that. That's why I do edited recaps. And I will do an edited recap of what we just saw on my channel later on this week. So that'll be full of laughs and less likes and less ums than what you'll see tonight. I also want to talk about the previews we saw of the new cast members, right? And for any reason, if you don't know, I did a comedy show last night with Dean and Annie and David. And while I was there, did I go live? I don't know, like what's happening? You guys tell me what happens, So we have a lot to discuss, don't we? So, okay, in the beginning, as I go through this, if you really want to say something, you're welcome to super chat. Some people are like, what's a super chat? You can pay like a little tip for me if you want to say a comment or to be like, hi, you're great. I like this about you, or I hate that, whatever you want to say. You can say hate stuff as long as you pay for it. That's fine. No, I'm just playing. But I think in some countries you don't have that option. So if you don't know what that is, I don't know. Oh, Janelle, thank you. That's a super chat. Love you. Hi. Thank you so much. And before I start, if you haven't yet, would you like this video? Just give it a thumbs up. And the reason why is that cool people will be like, well, this is maybe a place that I should hang out because YouTube is recommending it for me. And it looks fun. This girl's wearing maybe a Christmas plaid. Hi, guys. There's people in this room, and the people, they're thumbs upping it. They're giving it a little love. So, I love you guys, but thank you for being here. That's the most important. Janelle, you're the best. Hi, Erin. Oh, Lucy. Okay, baby boos, let's do it. What an app. Okay. Oh, let's start with my first person. I think it's Tim. Yeah, it is. Okay, so Tim. What is Tim's cell phone bill back to Veronica? I mean, calls are day and night. FaceTime, phone calls, texts, and WhatsApp. Oh, maybe they're all WhatsApping. Maybe every time he FaceTimes, he's connected to Wi-Fi. I don't know. But, I mean, Veronica, I feel like, is just constantly picking up her phone to a Tim. Like to a tiny Tim. I can't believe I just made that joke. This whole time, I haven't been referring to him as Tiny Tim. When we're like about to enter like 'tis the season. Oh, you guys, sometimes I fail you, and I am so sorry about that. Okay. Where's this going? Okay, so Z's, I'm like an old person. I'm like, how does this work? Because my phone keeps going to the writing mode of a Google Doc. You guys know what I'm talking about? I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna write anymore. I've been writing. Okay. Again, Veronica's like, have you boned? Have you done it? But like really the crux of this conversation is he's like, so Veronica, I have some doubt. She's like, wait, you do? Really? Oh, I didn't think you were there. I thought you were already past that. But since you're bringing it up, yeah, I have all the doubts. Like you shouldn't do it. For all these reasons, like you never messed around with her. Like, You guys keep fighting, like, don't do it, And he's like, what? Why are you telling me this? This is the opposite of what I thought you were going to say. And it's like, really? What part of Veronica has ever been supportive of this relationship where you think that she was going to be like, yeah, Tim, you got this, Tim. What a great choice you're making, Tim. You always make great choices that I stand behind, Tim. Is there a history of Veronica like thinking that you make great choices and standing up behind them? I mean, Tim, tiny friend. I mean, so then he sets up a picnic for Jennifer, and it's a really beautiful picnic. And it made me think, oh, it's like a professional picnic because everything matched, right? It was like red checkered. It was kind of like, I mean, I felt like, oh, there was like someone who, because I cannot, like, I don't even think a TLC intern could have done that. I just don't think they would have had the taste level. And then I thought, what a great job that would be. I would love to be a professional picnic maker. Oh my gosh, could you imagine just like having cute linens and beautiful woven baskets and like putting everything in and having like beautiful artisanal like cheeses and like salamis and just like packing everything with like biodegradable, sustainable like utensils and like little candles. Like I do like votives and stuff like that because I'm a crazy person. I have like a crate and barrel table in a bag because in LA I like to picnic a lot and there's outdoor venues and stuff that are just conducive to a wine night, a cheese night, and so you can lay down and have a table that is perfect when you're sitting and also won't disturb people's views. Anyway, I think I could be a really good picnic box maker. But moving on to what we're talking about. It was a great picnic, and I was happy with Tim's choice. And I just want to point out the good and the bad at always. That was a great style choice. Great, love a good picnic. And this is where things then kind of go south. So then he sets this whole thing up. She's in one of her hot bodycon black dresses. He pulls out a ring, and it's like, okay, let's do it. And then he's like, I want to propose a promise to you to be serious with you. Maybe someday we can try sex again. And I'm sorry, ooh, Freudian slip, but is it? Jennifer, sorry, one N, two S, but she doesn't give one, is like, that's weird. But then she's like, it's good because we like need some time. So she takes it. She's like, what ring do I put it on? Whatever. And then she's fine. They go to a spa day. Okay. Because at this point, he's just like going to pay someone else to touch her. She's like, are you attracted to me? Do you desire me? And he's like, yeah. Yeah, I desire to go to the spa with you. Your gorgeous skin. Make it even more gorgeous. Really relax those muscles is what I desire in a spa tub. And you guys, okay, so then they go into a spa tub that looked like it was like 1/3 full. Is it like a soaking tub? But even if it was a soaking tub, but like, fill her up. Is there a water shortage there? And if there is, that's on me. But at the same time, I was like, let's get a bubble in there, honey. Like, is there a jet? Anyway, so this scene felt staged. Come on. In an incredibly awkward, fake way. She's like, where did you get this ring? Now, he could have said anything. He bought it. So at some point he bought it from a store. So he could have been like, Jerome Brothers, Jared Brothers, Jared Brothers. Maybe he did. All I'm saying is, like, he could have said the shop he got it from. But Tiny Tim likes to give all the information, which makes me feel like it's fake because, like, he loves to give details that he didn't need to give. Didn't need to give. You could have just said something else that was also truthful and kept it going, sweeping it under, Um, I forgot to text Wa. She's gonna be mad. She might not come in because she did a live. I couldn't be at Wa's like 'cause I realized now like she's gonna do a live earlier, and if I watch her live, then I mess my I won't be able to like enjoy the episode because I would have heard everything that's gonna happen. I know that people like that. Some people are like, I like to, like not even watch the episode, just have you guys tell me. It's like I what a weird, I mean, like not weird, but like what an interesting experience, like to hear me talk about someone and not know like what I'm saying. But you guys say you kind of do know, but it's like I almost want to watch. Maybe I should watch Wa. I can watch a little bit for Lockup. That's what it's like. But I kind of know them because I watched earlier episodes. I have to watch something that I've never watched before and just like watch Wa do it and just be like, is this it? Yeah. Okay. And I love you guys for it. We already know. Okay. So she gets really upset because again, he's just like, this ring is from un otra mujer, like, and he didn't have to say it, which was Veronica. She already feels some way about Veronica. It's not positive. So she's like, it's garbage, it's basura, I don't need it. She like throws it in his face, like she has just no part, of her wants it, and I get it. It's weird and disrespectful and very cheap. And also just like Veronica always it feels like a control move of Veronica, like, you're getting my leftovers and what I allow you to get, you know? Okay. Besides that sad ending, there are many times in which he still emasculates him by being like, it's like being with my girlfriend at the spa with you. Are you like a girl? And like I again love the point where he was like, I'm gonna change these 4 days and I want you to change, but he never said which, like he wanted her to change. And we all knew what it was, which is to like stop emasculating him, and then she couldn't do it, like not for a day. Hee hee hee. Okay, Darcy. I mean, what a good, what a turnaround for Darcy. And we get to see old Darcy, but I feel like we have also seen a rainbow of a journey, and I'll, go into details. So Tom's like, you shine bright like a diamond. I mean, he's just like really enjoying Darcy now, just like very sexually attracted to her, but also is a salsa dancer. And he has the rhythm, the Gloria Stefan rhythm inside him. He has to get out. And so he and his sister and the sister's dude and the sister I like, of course, now, and Darcy go to like some place to do salsa dancing, which the salsa dancing is weird because it's never on a dance floor with many people. The salsa dancing just happens to be what looks like at a bar, and then he's just dancing with various females. His sister, Darcy, one girl, one other girl, then both those girls at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Listen, not that I salsa dance all the time, but I think I've been inside a place or two, and there's a floor. There's a floor. There's an area. I mean, whatever, an area, like a bigger area, and there's like more than one dude and more than one couple. You know what I'm saying? Like there's other people. And so here's the other thing. There definitely was music that they cut out because you can tell in the editing of the conversation, like when the sister is like, Darcy's so this is what happens. Obviously, Tom is like dancing with other women, as we've seen. Darcy starts to like get pouty and like real, like, what's happening and why is he dancing with them and not me? And goes up to the sister and starts to get jealous. And the sister's like, do all go soy, Darcy? God bless, God bless. And like when she's saying that, you can hear the like edited soundbite, and they have the music going up because they can't edit the music out of that soundbite. It's too impossible to do. So, but so why I'm saying that is that, like, was there a band? Was there other dancers? Were there tables of people waiting to dance as well? Like, was there no salsa dancers and they just made up this thing to make Darcy jealous or give him a reason to like be dancing with other girls? You guys tell me. Let's sniff this out. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, outside we have this conversation with the sister. And the sister, by the way, is the only person now that has given any warmth or compassion to Darcy throughout this whole season, including her own goddamn sister. So, as crazy as the sister looked, and as crazy as the sister sounded, and as crazy as the sister just pushes rouge product into her cheeks, just pushes it over and over again. And you think she's done, and she's like, "My rouge," whatever. But and at one point, she also said there's a sound bite where she's like, you're like a whore on the dance floor, and I love that. I was just like, can that be my ringtone? You're like a whore on the dance floor. That's not how she says it. I am not good at this accent, and I understand that. I'm actually good at a British or English accent, but I'm just like jumping in between Cockney versions. So if you think I like know that I'm not, if you think I don't know that I'm doing a bad job, like I know. Anyway, uh so the sister's outside with Darcy, showing her some worth and compassion. Is like, look, like, what do you think's happening with my bro? Like, he's a free spirit. And now I understand when she's like, he's never going to be a kept man. She means like he's never going to be like just in one place, maybe, or just stable, not kept where like tied down is what I felt like she meant by that. And then she's like, "Are you exclusive?" And Darcy is like, "Well, everyone keeps telling me how desperate and how crazy I look, so I can't ask him that now. But obviously, I want to know." And literally, everyone's like, "You're gonna lose him. You're gonna lose him. You're gonna lose him if you just are jealous. If you're just too crazy." And so she's like, "What am I gonna say?" But then the sister's like, "Well, ask him." She's like, "How?" She's like, "I'm just asking him." So then, like, Darcy's like, okay. She's like, almost cries. She's like a little bit drunk, but not too drunk. Not the Darcy drunk that we know. The Darcy tipsy was just fine. And they go back in, and then the sister's like, "Brother, Darcy has something to ask you, Darcy." And Darcy's like, "Oh, I want to do it right now. God." Anyway, Tom, are we exclusive? You know, and he's like, "Why do you have to know?" Well, if you have to know, yes. And it's like so interesting. Like, he just knew that she was as well, but he knew that she didn't know if he was. Ugh. But they kiss, they kiss. So all seems great right now, I guess. Okay. Benjamin and Akini. Okay, so it's the morning of bride price chat. He's talking to Akini. No, it's the night before. So sorry, please. So he's talking to Akini the night before, and she's like, "Tomorrow, it's the day," and she's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I gotta ask you something. I gotta talk to you," and he's sweating, and so she's like, "Are you having second thoughts?" And he's like, "I'm having 1 billion thoughts." But he's like, "What happens if you and Grayson don't click?" And she's like, "I will love Grayson, even if he's not into me." And I think that's like the validation he needed, because everything else she was saying up to that point involving Grayson was, "Get that like devil child away from me. I'm not a mom." Not really, but you know what I'm saying. Just like, momming isn't for me. Don't know how to cut carrots. Not interested in pouring a glass of milk. Like, what's a Barney? She was so not into it. So um I how I know you will get along with Grayson, I'll love him. And she cries and she looks up at him with like big, beautiful doe eyes. And she's like, like, I didn't think that there was like even a question that, we weren't going to be together, and then that's what works. He sleeps on it. In the morning, he's making eggs and sausage, honey, and he's taking out money. Now, this is what's awkward. He is operating from a knowledge place of what we're led to believe it's like 0 or -10 when it comes to what's happening here. Okay, so She's like, do you have everything like lined up? And he's like, yeah, I have to go get another deposit. She's like, well, how much have you taken out? And he's like, 80,000. Oh, I forgot the name. 80,000 currency, Kenyan currency. And then she's like, "Mm, mm, mm, oh no, no, sorry. No, 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 no. That's $800. Like poor people give 3,000. So you're not poor, are you? But he is. No, he is. Yeah, he is. Despite whatever you guys think, he is poor. Where he lives, he's not a rich man. So 3,000. I mean, for someone with a kid that I think like lives rent to rent, who I don't think he has child support from what I've read. But who knows for sure because what I've read is on Instagram and it's not like USA Today. Is that a great? That's not even a. I mean, I don't know. New York Times, honey. I don't know. But basically, she's like, won't be specific with him about how much to bring, but will be like, well, that's not enough. I just want to be like, then tell him. In a confessional, she's like, yes, that's a 3,000 thing. And it's like, just be like, take out this much. Just come with 3,000. Take out five. Try and get him to four, but bet on three is what she should have said. I don't understand why that was so hard. I think it's like she wants him to know as the man, or she like, as if so, I don't know. She's so not used to like having to like give that information that it's like so foreign to her and yet so foreign to him. So, anyways, he gets there, honey. Um, oh no, sorry. He proposes to her, and then she's like, "Get on one knee," And then she's so interesting because she's like obsessed with looking at the ring, but like is like, "Why am I not crying? It's so weird." I cannot do her accent again, and it's like, yeah, I feel like Akini has just like thought of all the ideas of marriage and like what it would be like to marry someone who maybe is from America and so she's experiencing these like dreams or ideas that she's had, but like isn't present in her body. So like she can't cry, right? She's like not present. It would be like if you liked a new kid on the block and then met him. That's an old reference. I actually was really young. So B2K. Who's that K-pop band? I don't know. That's one generational reference to another. Find yourself in between. Find your teen dream in between. It's like if you like met that person and then was having conversation. Like maybe you just later on be like, I hung out with Brian from Backstreet Boys. We had a drink. It was so surreal. Um, they get to her house late. I don't know why they're late, but it probably involves like making those matching outfits that they wore, like sewing them up. And he gets there. He brings in case of Sunny D, a lot of Sunny D. It's vitamin C enriched. And yeah, the dad just is like, my sister got up at 7 a.m. to be here on time like a good normal person. What's wrong with you, you stupid ass? Like, and he's like, "Mhm." And then they just like bring Akini in, and Kini was not supposed to be seen for like a minute. So then, okay, so next peep, Avery. So this is sad, right? They are just so in love and they have to leave. Who's gonna play with your beard? Who's gonna play with your hair? And she like begs him to like walk her to the gate. He can't. And he's like trying to be like strong and like he's trying to like tell her to be positive and she's just like losing her shit. And I feel so bad for her. And then like he gets in the car and he is just is like, I'm so sad on the inside. And she knows it. And it's like tears are like welling in his eyes. And honey, she's a 30-hour trip home. She gets home, she's like a different person, makeup wiped off, hijab still popping. And her parents, mom and stepdad, are there. They pick her up. So happy to see her. And, they take her home in one of those like vans, one of those fam vans with the fam stickers in the back, like this is our family. We have like 6 kids and there's a dog. It's just like the ages of the kids. I don't have a family that would have had that. It was so I always wonder, like, and you guys tell me if you have that like white sticker family, you know what I'm saying? That's like a stick figure on the back of your car. Are you just constantly updating it, like peeling off like toddler Jimmy? Well, Jimmy now, honey, he's a junior high. Let's get like a junior high toddler or junior high Jimmy, putting Jimmy back on, and like we added Emma, let's get a Emma, and then like that dog died. We got a cat now, you're just like taking off. Is that what it is? Like updating it like that? I always feel like those stickers are like, when you don't have brothers and sisters and you're like from an only child, I'm like, ugh, that's a weird like family fantasy. Kind of like my ideal, maybe like a Keeney American fantasy or Darcy Love fantasy, like my family fantasy of like, oh, like having those white stickers. Like the same thing as like having holiday cards. You all wear a Christmas plaid and you're like in a forest or some, like greenery. Maybe there's a brick wall and you all wear green, like some theme. And it says like your name. What a life. Oh, honey, your phone locked because you were just dreaming away. Rebecca. This is gonna be fun. So I didn't realize this, but in the Sahara they're glamping in, it's cold. Okay, it's cold there. Because they're always like bundled up in those like matching jean jackets, with their like same looking little booties popping out. I could watch them walk away together. Like I want to watch them. I would walk behind them, watching them walk like around Central Park. Like I love watching their little bodies together. Anyway, they go like AV riding. That looks fun. They're enjoying their lives, honey. He takes her to these like ruins or like sand ruins or like a magical spiritual place. What looked like very intensely pretty. It's so beautiful, so perfect. It is a beautiful, tranquil, calm, gorgeous environment that they're enjoying together. And I thought maybe he was going to propose here, but then he didn't. That looked interesting. Why didn't he propose right there? Were you guys also like, you know, are you like, propose? Why didn't you propose? This is the place to do it. I mean, maybe not like the ruins, but maybe from the ashes come your relationship. I mean, I just thought it was maybe a missed opportunity. Maybe he could feel something was coming that she wasn't being truthful. I'm gonna take a moment to drink this water, and I'll give you a moment to thumbs it up, thumbs up this video, thumbs it up, thumbs it up, thumbs it up, thumbs it up, thumbs it up. Ooh. He forgot the ring behind the air conditioner. Honey, don't put it there. So they're eating. So happy, so perfect. So yum. He's eating. It looked like maybe manouche or something, just like za'atar bread or some sort of warm, freshly baked bread. Oh, can you imagine? I love freshly baked. I can't even talk about it. Freshly baked bread. Oh, he's eating it. She's like, um, I am gonna talk to you about. I was gonna like say something. He's like, what? You're gonna say, what? Like has no idea what's coming. And she's like, I'm I'm married. I'm so married, so much married. Because she has to like say the words he knows. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't take this well. He doesn't take her being so much married well at all. He's so much angry, is how I would describe it. And he's just like so upset. And I like, I'm a little like, let's break this down. This is the scene that they have been giving us is bound to happen, the secret that she's been holding. And then like even tricked us into believing that she was going to tell the secret earlier. And then she like suddenly came out literally with this other secret that she's bi or whatever. I don't know. And then has been dangling this also with the other experiences we've had that he's jealous, that he's controlling. We've been set up a narrative. So it's like, what is real? I think that, yeah, I think this is real. And I think everything is fake. But her fear behind her eyes and his real, what looks like upsetness for someone who can't possibly be an actor. Like he isn't. Oh my gosh, Fear is Citizen. When she says she married, I am like, you tried life. I couldn't believe it. He like puts, like he's like can't even look at her. He can't even talk to her. He like is like a bear kind of. He sulks off and like sits on a rock. He like don't talk to me, and then she's like upset. She's like, okay, I'll leave. And then he like gets back on one of those RVs and scoots off into the desert. We'll see what happens with that. Just leaves her. I mean, granted, with a camera crew and like lots of producers. I want her now to find the ring. Like, if this was a romantic comedy, now that she like spilled the secret and he's off, she would then be like, and then she'd like be packing her stuff, and then she'd be like, I got hot. And then she would like go put on the air conditioning and she'd be like, it's gonna propose. Who honestly also that would be a great like turn of events for would be Darcy. Could you imagine with what we got set up with Darcy? If like they got in a fight and then she found the ring that Tom was going to propose with. Oh my god, Darcy. I mean, right, this is why screenplays and why rom-coms exist. The best part for me of Zayed is like you now, woman, married? And she's like, yes, yes, yes. Kind of. He signed his side and I signed mine. So we both signed the paper, but yes, married. Okay. Last but certainly not least, Angela. Can you believe this? Okay. Angela and Michael are walking through town. She's wearing every color, stripes on. It's like down here, cool tones, up here, warm tones, like it's the kind of like outfit where whatever color of shoe or purse that's nearest to you, just grab it. It's going to fit. It's going to match. You'll find a color that at least totally like that. She's like, there goes them plastic chairs again, because could you imagine that like wherever she goes, she has to sit in like those plastic chairs that are probably so uncomfortable, for her. This is an interesting episode because Michael is putting his foot down. He's like, I mean, for what we've ever seen Michael do, which is like, he's like, you disrespected me. I mean, granted, she threw a cake in his face this season. But like, I feel like it takes a lot for Michael to even test the waters of like making Angela upset. He usually like is on beyond eggshells. He's walking on stilts on eggshells around her all the time. So it's interesting that he would even like break a twig, you know. So she just keep okay, so she has this idea where she's gonna say, I want to apologize for my behavior, but not my words. Just in the way I said it was wrong, but what I said right, you know? And so she repeats this mantra a lot. She wants to apologize to them goofballs. So she's like, round them up, Michael. And since he rounds up the goofballs, well, one won't come, but the other two does. And we get Bodhi, who is Michael's friend that Angela trusts because she feels like Bodhi's there for their relationship. And he's going to kind of like mediate. So then they all have a sit down where Angela is very much like I told everyone and I stand by it, that I, apologize for my behavior right now when I say it. And she's like, I don't want to be friends. But then she's like, but why I got so upset is because you're supposed to be like family, blah, blah, blue. And then she's just like, they don't respect our relationship. They never respected me. They always made fun of like how old I was. I never felt like they were into it. Yeah, well, you're not wrong. And then Michael has a moment with them where he's like, you guys should have never yelled at my fiance like that. I would never have done that to your women. And I think it goes back to what I was saying before, how Veronica, or nor really anyone, respects Tim, therefore doesn't respect his relationship because it's like who would be with him, and that's not a real thing. So that's why Veronica is totally okay with asking Tim and Jennifer if they boned. It's kind of like they don't respect Michael, and therefore they don't respect Angela. And yeah, I don't think they respect Michael because they're like, you're not a man. You're basically bending over backward to like be with this crazy ass, trashy ass American old woman who can't do anything except yell at you and not give you kids. I mean, that's what I feel like. Whether it's true or not, they're like, you should be a man and pay for yourself and like not be into this. And so they don't respect Michael for that. So by like the very nature of not respecting Michael for that, they're not gonna like respect Angela or anyone probably else he'd ever be with at this point, unless he just like, I don't know, broke up with her and just got a job and just was like, never again. um, we also get a kiss between Angela and Michael that I'm gonna have to take a picture of for my recap and show. They really get it on. They really, and I'm not saying like in a good way, but like they bone, which is so interesting because Tim and Jennifer don't. I'm just saying, when there's chem, there's chem. I think that I came to the end of this episode. Can you believe it? You lovely gents, ladies, and everyone else, honey, genderless, God bless. Welcome to the end of this episode. However, I'm still going to be here and talking. So if you're just like, watching this live back and you're like, can't stop, won't stop, don't stop. But just want to give you like a nice little like wink wink. So throughout this, oh my goodness, thank you so much. It's Yin. Oh my God, Amy, thank you. I'm so international. Hi. I appreciate it. I cannot believe the couples that we got to bear witness to for the new season. Yes, like that old guy, there's like an old white guy that on a yacht met some hot ass model from Colombia. I think she's from Colombia, which is my favorite place for people to be from, or Brazil. It's Colombia or Brazil. Are you? I, first of all, I have like a mini fascination with yachts and yachting anyway. You know what happens anyway? It's like all that's like rich people, it's like rich and celebs, and then hot ass models, and then sometimes they're like escorts and stuff. like I already am like I like that kind of stuff. Not for me to do it, but I have a fascination with it. So like already into it. So there's that couple. Then there's like a really cute couple. It's like a nice American Asian looking woman from like the East Coast, and then like some Thor looking guy from like South Africa, I think. And he like runs and like gets her in the airplane. I love that one. Listen, I have to like find their names. Like did you guys? I should go back when I go back and take pictures for this recap. I'll write down all their names. I shouldn't have done that. I was just so excited to watch it. Um, I know I was watching Below Deck, Violetta. I was watching Below Deck, and I do enjoy it. I was kind of getting into it. And then I just had like read one of the captains, like one of their like sons passed away or something. That's so sad. Yes, an older guy with the skinny Brazilian who's only 23. Yeah, that I mean, so those are my two couples that like immediately stole my attention. Immediately, I was like, "What did you guys think of so far?" Meghan Markle was a yacht girl. Yeah, she was, Colleen. Yeah, she was. Now look at the Duchess now. That's why I'm obsessed with yachting. Yep, we're gonna get into it. No. Um, if you haven't yet, also, please like this video. Sometimes people just forget and they come in. There's 196 people, almost 200 people in this room. There's about 76 likes. Sometimes you have to exit out of the chat if you're watching on a mobile device. It's annoying to do so, but sometimes you have to exit out, then like it, like you because of like where it looks like a YouTube video, and then go back into the live chat. I'm sorry to make you guys do that, but it really, really helps me if you wouldn't mind. I love you guys so much. Okay, so just a recap of also my life. Last night, I did a comedy show with 90 Day People, David and Annie, and Dean, Tarek's brother, and Wah was there. And I also had some subscribers there. I'm trying to see, Suede's not here. Is IKEA here? Is Lily here? I had some subscribers come, and that was so fun. And Vanessa was there, and then she didn't say hi, which is crazy. Sway, you're here. Yay. It was really, really fun. Like the best part was hanging out with them. It was a really, really fun show, and I love Sally Mullins. And I think David and Annie were so adorable, and Dean was lovely. Like everyone was super nice and warm, like overly nice, not overly nice, but like lovely. Had us in a little VIP area. I had really tasty nachos, the sounds was hard. And so oh my God, Vanessa, you were sequestered in the corner. I know, because I didn't have a seat. So like, I didn't know where to sit. It was like, I was just trying to I didn't produce the night. It was produced by a very nice gentleman named Jimmy. I'm still waiting for that money, but I love you, Jimmy. And so I didn't know where to sit. So, I mean, I know where to sit was the VIP room, or like the VIP section. So me and Mom were like, but also we were just like watching everyone and trying to take video, but we couldn't see the stage very well. The stage was kind of in the corner, and I had a great night with you guys. I had only one vodka soda, which I think was a good thing for me. No, actually I had two, now that I think about it, but I had 1.5 really. The nachos were super tasty. My first time in Laverne. This is the first time I ever met subs at a meetup besides the London meetup, and like it's so fun. And honestly, David was like, you should we do meetups like in Scottsdale. He was like, you should come out. He was so sweet and was like, come out, stay in our house in our second bedroom, because they have a house with a second bedroom. And I was like, could you imagine if I went undercover? Not really undercover, because he knows I do these. Like, I'm staying with David and Annie. I got so much tea last night. I don't know exactly what I'm allowed to say, but it's like, they're great people. That Chris guy, not so great. If you ever want to cameo them, they're super great on Cameo. They're so fun. They would, be great. They're talking about Larissa. Larissa, for all her craziness, they like Larissa. She's like, I think that they're like, she is crazy but nice. And that Colty, And Darcy also nice. Angela, crazy. So that was like the tea I got. Trying to think of like Chris Guy from there. If you know who I'm talking, if you watched their season, he was like the guy that hired David and had issues. I wanted to see you so bad, but you never replied to me. Marta, I didn't do the tickets or anything. You had to like look at the flyer and get the tickets. And also I try to reply as much as I can. Sometimes I can't reply to everyone. Don't get mad at me. He goes against the queen dies. Yes. Yes. Colty's not nice. Oh really, Chris? Yes. No. Chris was not there. Colty wasn't there. They're not BFFs, I don't think anymore. Annie is glowing. By the way, David is glowing. By the way, they're great together. He's so happy with her and she like loves it. They just laugh all the time. They're very warm. I'm working with like this manager. I mean, I know that sounds crazy. He's lost weight. He loves to eat her curry. He paid her bride price. He's gone back. He knew her in a year before uh, we started them seeing them on the show. He had gone to Thailand and had changed his life. Came back a new man and had like met this woman. I know that sounds so crazy. That's what it is. Annie is a star. I mean, yeah, she's also very beautiful. She's beautiful, like with no makeup on, and like with the makeup on, you're like, oh God, yes, honey, sure, do it. Um, let's see. Oh my God, guys, Chris paid the bride price. Let's be real, Tammy. I don't know if they're friends anymore. That was what I'm saying. Oh, the stream keeps lagging. I'm so sorry. So, do you guys tell me if you're experiencing that as well? I'm like so hard. It's like I did take off my Wi-Fi. Anyway, yeah, so last night was fun. They're great. I can't wait for the tell-all. I can't wait for tomorrow night, which is the other way. I mean, we just an embarrassment of riches right now. Like my whole life is 90 Day right now. I'm so excited. Mhm. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Any other questions or am I missing anything? My skin looks great. So important. I've been trying so hard. I still have something right here. I am like trying to get my skin under control. I'm using a lot of like I am trying to use toners like Pixie Glow Tonic, but then I also have been using the Biologique Recharge. That's like French, honey. Biologique Recharge. Um, P150, 170, 1970s style, which is like this formaldehyde solution from France that like you can't get in certain countries, but I get it from this place called shoprescuespa.com that smells like death, but like you wake up the next morning and your skin is glowing. So many to eat up. Which couples have I missed? So all of them. Would you go on a date with Dean? No, but only because I think that he, is very sweet and very nice and like loud and boisterous and like there's only two types of people that like I can't be in a relationship with someone I'm already that is what I'm trying to say. Like there's only two types of you can't have like two crazy comedians in one relationship, I feel like. You can have two cerebral or one cerebral and like one character comedian and but yeah, two like big personalities. I need like a man that's gonna ground me. Like I mean, I need a man that like I enjoy grounding energy because I'm already at a 10. Oh, and also, yeah. Yes, Dean is also seeing someone. He doesn't want to date me at all. He has a long-term relationship with someone who I'm pretty sure like is overseas in the sense of like the Silva twins and Tariq and Dean should be on a show together. And it's like siblings overseas. 90 Day Fiance, Siblings Overseas Edition. I've already talked about this. Every time I think about this, I'm like, where is it? Wouldn't you not die to watch them? So it's like either we get to see what we saw, which was the Silver Sisters on vacation, and one of their like either all the siblings go to like one of their things, or if they can, or they all come to America and they all live in a house together. Like TLC films. Is that not what you want to see? I want to see that. I need a grounded, calming guy. Yeah. Why isn't Dean on before the 90 days? Why isn't Stacy? Chris, what's that skincare? Biologique recharge? It's like recharge, but I know it's like French. I can't be like biologic recharge, but it's like biologique recharge. Um, yeah, and it's on Shop Rescue Spa. Look it up. It's been helping me. Sean O'Grady, great accent. Ah, Sean O'Grady, I'll show you a great accent. I wish I had a nice Irish person on this show that I could make a fun of. I wish I could do a reenactment of someone from Ireland. Like if they had a strong brogue or like some strong Scotsman. I mean, I would then have to do a Scots accent, which is actually not as easy for me as an Irish one. So Christian Romero. Yeah, we do have basically the same. I mean, I guess we have the first part of our names. Then mine goes on to say Christine. My last part goes on to say Farah, which is different than Romero. But I see where you're going with this, and I agree. I hate the promise ring concept for people over 22. Yeah. Also, promise ring makes you feel like, what are you like promising your virginity? No, you're just what? Oh, now we're like, you're in your 40s, we're promising. It's so crazy. It's so, yeah, very juvenile, very immature. So, what is it? Like, we're not done. It's like, I feel like they're not saying something or they're just like stringing us along for one final big ass secret. We'll just see. Silva Sisters had their own reality show. Yes, they did. Of course, they did. And we've seen pictures, but it wasn't about them. I don't feel like dating men. I think it was about like fashion or some BS. I love Tom's sister impressions the best and Angela's. I honestly was so surprised by Tom's sister this episode. I was just so happy that someone was just like giving Darcy constructive criticism, but also in a warm way. Finally, someone was like, you can't be jealous. You can't be a crazy, jealous, controlling person. That's not going to work with my brother, who, by the way, is very successful. You can't be controlling, Darcy. I miss my brother's very successful. He's a free spirit, like, okay, all right, sis. She loves that brother. She's very proud of that brother. But then she was like, yeah, like you have to just be open and honest. Here's a hug. I like you, Darcy. And by the way, he does too, because he wouldn't bring you around if to meet me if he didn't want my opinion, which by the way is good. I like you. Darcy, like for the first time this whole season has been like, thank God someone who fucking likes me. Just tell me. Who just tell me they like me because I'm so insecure. I'm so desperate. I need to be told all the time. Also because I make such a crazy scene, I have to have the validation because I can see how someone would then stop liking me. Whatever it is, she gets it. And I'm happy for her. I really am. And I'm happy when she like gets what she wants from Tom, which is that he's, exclusively hers. And they kiss. And then the next episode, which I didn't even talk about yet at all for any of the couples, we're led to believe that he's going to propose. She's gonna get what she wants. Unless we, unless I get in a fight, and then she just like is left with that box because she's like gotten drunk or too crazy or something. Or whatever Jesse then shows up. Could you imagine that? I don't know if that's a imagine in what beautiful world. Because they're in London, Nottingham. Amsterdam is like, I don't know, an easy jet flight away. I don't know. The easy jet still in existence? I don't think so. Whatever, it's like pop over. You can get Jesse like a train ticket. Probably not. Some sort of ticket for like $2. Again, I'm just like throwing out numbers and none of them make sense. But what I'm saying is that's an idea. And then like she can have her situation where she has to pick between the two men. Ugh. Let me produce the show. Just let me do it. It's rude that they don't. Okay, the other couples, by the way, since we didn't talk about this. Oh, you said Stacy. Colin, you think Stacy shows up? Okay, so we don't know yet if like they're making it seem like Bikini's dad's not going to say yes, or like we have an objection or something. So we don't know yet if that's going to happen. Angela and Michael in matching outfits. So this is a thing. Tell me if this is a thing. We now have seen two couples, Akini and Benjamin, and Michael and Angela, go to speak with the parents. They go and wear matching outfits. You know what I'm saying? What is it? What's happening there? Is that a thing? Is it just a coincidence? Is it a sign of respect? When you're married, is that a thing you just like wear matching outfits all the time? Only when you visit your parents? Is it a color thing with the family? The family color, family crest? I mean, okay, it's a thing. Yeah. So Angela and Michael are going to go talk to Michael's mom and give her the results of the fertility test. So one dead ghost egg fertility test, just holding on, smoking a cig. Not going to be turning in no baby. But are they just going to be like, we're still going to find an egg and I'm going to tote it? I mean, they're going to like try and like, she can't be toting. She's too old and, no, I was kidding. She smokes too much. She can't be toting. I don't know. So let me think. 1, 2, 3. Did I get all? Oh, then Darcy propose. Angela the thing. Jennifer and Tim. I don't really care. Oh, and then Avery goes to talk with a lawyer about getting the visa, and they're like, "Okay, let's talk about it." And he's like, "Yeah, great. Like, where's he from?" And she's like, "Syria." And the immigration lawyer is like, "I'm sorry, what? What country again? What?" And she's like, "Syria, Syria." He's like, "Oh, one of the banned ones." I'm sorry, one of the banned countries. Yeah, okay, that's not a normal one. Yeah, it's not a normal. So here's the thing: there's a ban, BAN, on certain countries, and you just said one of them to me. The sound you made sounded like Syria. So yeah, that's so sad. It's so sad. She like breaks down because the statistic is maybe like 15% of cases from banned countries are whatever comes out good and horrible. And then that's obviously bad news for Terry because Terry's just gonna be like, she's not gonna. Well, now she's gonna go to Syria because you won't bring him here. They gotta move to Canada or France. I'm only saying France is great because we're very Western, and I think that he should know Arabic. I love you guys. I have my monitors on it. On it. Bring up their matching pleather jackets. Sean O'Grady. Are you talking about Darcy and Stacy matching leather jackets? Are you talking about Rebecca and Zayed? Everyone loves like a matching jacket. Zayed, yeah, no, it could, but also Rebecca and Zayed, yeah. um, yeah, like they they're the same, like they're the same shape and size. It looks like, and like cut, it hit the same at the waist, and they have like he he's very rotund around the belly. He has like an apple shape, and she has more of like a curvier shape or whatever. But they have a very similar butt situation. So in those like jackets and their butts, like it's like watching, you know, one of those like watches that are just going to like draw you into a different state. I'm just like mesmerized. It's just like I don't know if okay. I feel bad talking about Zayed's clothes because I don't know how poor he is. So I don't know if he's just like constantly, like buying clothes that are too small for him. I don't know if Haram like he's a little bigger in like the stores that are around him. They don't sell his size. I don't know if they're all hand me downs. I can't tell. So I feel bad like talking about the fact that he has like shirts that are a little too small for him. I would talk about him more, but then like we didn't have a shower and I would talk about his greasy hair. It's like I feel bad about it. I'm just like, great. So I can only talk about like how much he talks, how so much beauty when he talks. It's because it's like I can make fun of that voice. You can't take that away from me. Other people sound normal. His sister sounds like a completely different person. Everyone's like sister and them have different accents. Like his sister accent and like his accent are completely different accents, and like Zayed and his sister have different accents. She's like much more French. You can't have empathy in comedy. Okay. But you have to have in this day and age, you specifically in this day and age, you do have to have a level of taste. And by taste, I mean you have to make sure you aren't punching down at people because that can get a little tricky, specifically comics in this day and age, punching down at people that could be considered marginalized or oppressed or whatever. And so someone who is social economically of a different level than, oh my god, he doesn't have a shower in his home. Haram. I have a shower, I have a bathtub, I take both. I mean, it's a shower bath, but anyway, that's why. I'm assuming that Rebecca took those clothes for him, believing that he was a different size if she just wears them. You think that all his clothes came from Rebecca? Oh. You seem generally woke. It doesn't cross as fake. Thank you. I mean, here's the thing. I will make mistakes, and I've made so many mistakes in my past. I also have a lot of friends that are comics, and like I definitely have said shitty things back. I mean, I used to do the most of. I mean, I still think they're funny. Whatever. I did a lot of offensive sketch comedy at UCB and stuff like over the years. I saw a lot of offensive sketch comedy. Like I don't know. Like I don't think that I was ever super offensive where I like played another race or something. But I mean, you know, comedy can be out there. But that stuff I did in the underground theater, like in front of other comics at midnight. There's also a time and a place for things. I think that you can really push a line to have fun and be dirty and do those things too. It's not like you can't. I think the ways you do them are in A, environments where you know your audience very well, or B, they have to be very smart jokes with very specific premises. With like a fine-tuned POV that has been expressed in such a way that you've led people on a journey to like, so that you can you can premiere your thoughts, I guess, or express your thoughts in such a way that like with context is fine, or like understandable, relatable. I am not trying to get canceled. It's true. Could be Chelsea lately, Chris. The good old days. If you haven't seen Chris on that show, look it up. Solid Gold. See, bad in my dog. Yeah, I would do that shit. I would do that shit now. That's a different audience. I wanted to like push buttons and I wanted to like be fun and sassy. Also, at the time, I was just like, I want to work for you, low key. At the time, here's the backstory. I got on Chelsea lately the last season. I had submitted a packet to be a writer, and I had written like monologues in her voice, and they were great. And then they wanted to meet me. Producers did, and they did, and I like had like meetings to be a writer, and the writers on that show are also on the show, and they ended up giving the job to another very funny writer who had gotten like a big thing called Just for Laughs Festival New Face. This guy named Ian Carmel, who is a very funny male writer, white straight writer. No, he's very funny, and very successful. So he got that job, and they let me be on the show a couple times, which was really fun. But I wanted her to like me a lot, so honey, I was like, I gotta be sassy, I gotta be out there, honey. I gotta like be fearless, gotta be ballsy. I heard Chelsea's a monster. I met both. Now that I met Chelsea and Ellen, Chelsea gives no F's, and she's not ever tried to be nice or warm. That's not her thing. And she's not that in real life, but she's not a mean person. So if you know my Ellen story, Ellen, who is a straight up monster, has a completely different persona on stage and on screen. And I understand that everyone in America loves her. And by everyone, I mean people that don't know her and not in LA. If you're in LA, you know that she's a monster. But I get that, like, yeah, if you live in non-LA, why would you think this person that you see all the time is a monster? She looks very nice, right? I get it. But she's really, really mean. And so I hate that more because she's fake nice. Like, you think she's nice, but she's a monster. She's mean. I served her at a restaurant and she tried to get me fired. She wrote a letter to the owner complaining about my chipped nail polish. Now, of course, I have a full comedy routine about this, and then I say it in a funnier way. But that's what happened there. Chelsea would have never done that. She wouldn't give an F. If you're at if she listen, if you served Chelsea at a restaurant, this is the type of person she'd be. She would be like, whatever to you. And then she'd tip you so much money, and you would never hear from her again. Ellen's the type that would not tip you well, would just like be super weird, and then take time out of her day to write a letter to your person, to your owner, and try to get you fired. It's just a difference. Fake versus real. I don't know what your type is. I'm not saying that Chelsea's my type that like I want to have her over. We're not friends, I like warm people personally. My friends are like warm people that are like around me. But maybe she's warm once you get to know her. I don't know. But I can tell you who I much rather would work for. You guys, 1 hour and 8 minutes. Should I let this go? Finding Nemo is ruined now. Sorry. I know. Every time I see that orange fish, I'm like, oh, that Dory. Ooh. You know what really upsets me? Every time I see her as a cover girl. Because she's the antithesis of anyone that should be a cover girl. I've never gotten it. She is not glamorous. She's not aspirational. She's not in any way like, and I am not like, this is nothing about her, like the way that she presents or like her gender orientation. Like, oh my God. Give me like beautiful androgynous, give me beautiful lesbian, give me Ruby Rose, give me whatever. And this is like, who in what realm has Ellen ever been considered someone for cover girl? It's crazy that she is. It's crazy that she is. Sure, Queen Latifah. Look at Queen Latifah. Look at the style and the elegance that she's given. Look at she has like a point of view when it comes to fashion. Look, I mean, you can. I mean, and what has Ellen ever worn? What she's a cover girl. That's the craziest grab in history is that, and I'll tell you that. Like in what realm, how that deal went down. Whoever agent brokered that deal. Are you kidding me? A billion other people that like represent whatever she represents go down the line are better choices. It's so crazy. Yeah, that's the part where I maybe because I am a little vain. I'm like, a cover girl, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl, Ellen. Okay, I mean, okay. I don't know. I love you guys. I really, really do. Okay, now that I've just like ended this on a mean girl rant, honey, against someone who's incredibly popular, who also, I will say this, I live in the yin and yang, who I watched come out on national television. That's what is annoying for me. I'm a comedian, I'm a female comedian, and she made history. And what she did was revolutionary. And that's also annoying. You want to like that person, you want that person to be great. I get that. Who doesn't know, like, I'm gay? It was huge. So it sucks that she's mean. And it's not just to me. I know people who work for her. You gotta trust me that I know what I'm talking about. And you can look up this tweet. It's a funny tweet. Someone tweeted that said this week that brought up the story, which was when you move to LA within the first 2 weeks. And I'm rephrasing this tweet because I'm not reading it for you. But it's like when you move to LA in the first 2 weeks, two things happen. You get a parking ticket, and you hear a story about how Ellen is a monster, and it's so true. It's so true. But having said that, she like she has had a huge career, huge. That level of success is crazy. She works the system though. Don't think she's not. Anyone that ever does anything with Kris Jenner is part of it. Trump, Kanye, Kim, Ellen, TMZ, everything's connected. There's a reason why they go on her show. Okay, baby boos. Okay. I'm really going to hang up. And by hang up, I mean, I am going to go, I'm going to leave you all for the night. Tell you this, obviously a recap is coming of this episode. I can't wait. And I'll go live, I'm pretty sure, after the episode tomorrow of The Other Way, which I think is a tell-all. So you have to be there for that, okay? I love you, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Again, thank you to everyone that came out last night. Swade, I think was in this room earlier, but I love you so much. You're so sweet. All my girls. Ikea, Lily, your friends. Yeah. I will see you tomorrow. Sleep well. Answer all the questions that I asked in this video in the comments and like this video. It helps your girl. Okay, take care of yourselves. Instagram and Twitter, Chris L. Farah. I don't know what the L stands for. Leave me alone. Okay, take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe and make art. I love you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for my super chats tonight also. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. Bye.